Alright, so we're back for lunch. I decided on the tomato basil soup. That'll be great for lunch. Our beans, bacon, and potatoes. Figured we'd give these barbecue nuts a try. And I gotta try this black currant drink powder. So we're going to go ahead and get these heating up just in 1 second. But let's go ahead and take a look just real quick at this. I'm going to mix up my drink here. It's got a little bit of color to it, as opposed to just the white we normally see. Ooh, it's definitely a strong smell. I feel like this is actually going to have a little bit of color. Maybe purple. So, yeah, again, these powders mix way better than the American powders, that's for sure. And we'll just have that off to the side here. Get out my old tray. Further off to the side. There we go. And now let's bite into these nuts here. I was trying to see if I could capture the little hiss, but didn't quite get that. Pretty sturdy package. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Now we got peanuts all over the place. There we go. Yeah, not a bunch in there, but that's okay. I mean, all right. So I'm gonna take a quick sip of our drink. Because I've been wanting to see. I don't know if I like that or not, to be honest with you. I don't really like the smell. The taste is... I don't know. We'll try some more later. Let's try a couple of these barbecued peanuts. And they look like they still have a little bit of their original shell, so I don't know if that's the coating or if that's part of, because like peanuts have a little bit of a husk inside of the shell. So, I don't know. No, I think that's just coating. Those aren't too bad. Actually, yeah, pretty good. They don't have a super crazy barbecue taste, but just enough kind of gets you going. Not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our lunch dishes here, and yeah, let's get to eating on them. All right, so first up, we've got our beans, bacon, and potato. It is super hot. Burning my fingers. There we go. Ooh, look at that. That looks great. Heck yeah. Okay, just spoon the rest of that out of there. There we go. That's a nice hearty portion. Definitely a large ratio of beans to everything else, but that should be very good. I'm going to get this slightly out of the way. Got a bowl for our soup. Let me just get this out of my pan. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, God, that was hot. Okay, let's get this soup out of its little package. Good. There we go, yeah. That's looking nice. Good consistency to that soup, I think. Alright. Well, folks, we certainly have quite a lunch here today. I'm going to start with these beans, potatoes, and pork. Get me a little bite going of that good stuff right there, and let's see how it tastes. Yeah, that's really good. Pretty much, like a standard baked bean. Potatoes, kind of nice little start. The pork is good and tender. But yeah, it's kind of sweet and savory. It's also extremely hot. Goodness. Good stuff, though. Very good stuff. Okay. Let's try a little bit of this soup here. I'm very interested in ration soup. I always have been, for whatever reason. But anyway, I don't really like eating this from a spork, I've discovered, but we're going to try it. Oh, I think I burnt the entire inside of my mouth. Oh, God. Yeah. Whew, that was hot. Definitely a good tomato taste. Get a little hint of that basil. It's a pretty solid soup. I would say that could use a little salt and pepper. I think that would make that pretty much perfect. But it is a pretty darn good soup. Nicely balanced soup. Really good for a ration. I'll put it to you that way. Ought to make up a grilled cheese and just have a big old meal. What do you think? Alright, folks. Well, this was lunch. So, I think we've got a lot more to go through, obviously. But I think lunch was a pretty roaring success. Aside from that blackcurrant powder, I'm not a huge fan of that. And just a small update. The orange type hot chocolate mix does have a little hint of orange, kind of as a back taste. So I just thought I'd throw that out there because that's just something I discovered as I was finishing the cup. So anyway, yeah, let's I'm going to eat the rest of my lunch, and then once dinner rolls around, we'll get back to it. Alright, so we are back. We're going to do a little afternoon tea here. These British rations just have so much food in them that honestly it's easier to kind of break them up into a few things, little smaller meals too. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get our biscuits. We've got our peanut butter and our squidge to put on the biscuits, and we're going to do a little tea. I'm going to take the advice of old Polly Smith, and I'm just going to add the creamer in it because I have it in the ration. Typically, as we had our little conversation, put milk, but in the ration there is creamer, so I'm just gonna add that. Get the tea steeping real quick here. Like I said before, I actually thought this tea was fine, just as is. But anyway, I got to go with the true English interpretation here. Okay, I'm just gonna grab my old tray, and we'll get a couple things in here. I also wanted to get one of our strawberry boiled sweets as well. So now I can tell by the package, the sound in this package, that these are probably a little crushed. So yeah, it looks like the top one, but there's at least one full complete one here. Okay, yeah, smells like oatmeal. They were, what did they specifically call it? Oaty biscuits or something? Golden Oaty biscuits. So, be on the beaten track there. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'm just going to knead this peanut butter a little bit. These tend to separate slightly. So, doing a little bit of kneading is usually recommended. I don't see a tear. No, okay, I guess we should just go from... Oh yeah, that tear's really nice and easy. Okay, and we'll take this biscuit here. Get the air out of the package. There we go. A little peanut butter. A little smooth peanut butter, and that looks good. Nice. And then we'll get our squidge. which I'm a big fan of now. I definitely finished my previous tube. And we'll just paint this little guy with some, ooh, had a bit of a blowout there, little water pocket there, little separate pocket. That's okay there. There we go. Okay, and that is that. So tea's going. Let me try a little piece of the biscuit just on its own. Okay. Yeah, kind of a I don't know if they have them in England, but there's actually a kind of a joke about it. You go to your grandma's and there's that old tin of sugar cookies, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a sugar cookie, and then you look in there and all there is like needle and thread, sewing equipment. It's kind of like what these cookies taste like, or those sort of sugar cookies with more of an oatmeal taste, obviously, because they're definitely like an oatmeal. But like I said, my first thought was, man, kind of tastes like those sugar cookies out of the tin. Not bad. They're very good, actually. So try a little bit of our peanut butter on one of these. Yeah, peanut butter's good. Goes well with the biscuit. Nice. Move on to our squidge. Yep, and that's also quite nice. I like that. Here you get a little chocolatey, peanut buttery thing going on. I'm going to mix the two. Take a little bit off of each. Because I can. There we go. A little half and half. Yeah, it's pretty good together. I like that. Okay, well, I'll hold off on that. Better try our tea first. So we got a nice dark tea consistency going in there. Get out our creamer. And just add, I don't really know, we'll just add it in there. A lot of creamer in there. Jeez. Grab our trusty spork. There we go. Ouch. Water's nice and hot. Try a little cup of tea in our nice foreign MRE cup. Free ad placage. I like it. I mean, like I said before, and this was our English breakfast tea, by the way. I think it's good solo, but it's pretty good with that. I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily taste the creamer in there as much. Kind of maybe on the back end a little bit. But I mean, it's just a pretty solid cup of tea. I enjoy it. Let's try our little candy, our little strawberry boiled sweet. Okay, that didn't work out too well. Package is fighting me. There we go. Jeez. Darn package didn't want me to have candy. Got a little whammy there on the side, but very strawberry. Yeah, it's pretty good too. I like the boiled sweets. I like the lemon ones I had previously. Strawberry ones don't disappoint either. So anyway, folks, this is a little afternoon tea for me. Looking forward to dinner. So we'll see you in just a few. Alright, it's dinner time here. Might not look like a lot, but there's actually quite a bit here to go around. So we do have, again, our pork curry, which I'm looking forward to, our Beyond the Beaten Track plain rice, our lemon cake, and then this exotic electrolyte drink powder that I was pretty interested in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my entrees heating up, and then we'll make our drink and look at our lemon cake and just get everything eaten. And as you can see, I kind of changed positions here. I got out of the bowels of the basement in the workbench and decided to come up into the light of the upstairs kitchen. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these working, and then we'll get on to the eating. Alright, so our meals have been going here in the boiling water. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at our lemon cake real quick. Yes, okay. Definitely smell the lemon. I really have to, because it looks a lot like the mango cake. I mean, pretty much a similar consistency. I'll be interested to see how that one turns out as opposed to the one that I had in mango. Let's go ahead and look at this exotic powder. Now, it does say that you can add 400 milliliters of cold or hot water, stir and shake. So that's interesting. So what I'm seeing here, I'm interested, so mix 40 grams of powder into 400 milliliters, but it says on back of here, nutrition information per 100 gram product. So is this 100 grams or 40 grams? Oh no, it says right there, net weight 40 grams. Dirt. Come on, Dave, you gotta read stuff. Okay, well, I wonder why wouldn't they just put per 40 grams? Well, whatever. Don't think, just drink. Okay, so again, smells like pineapple, maybe. That's what I'm kind of getting the note off of is pineapples. Okay, well, this is the first powder that doesn't seem to want to mix extremely well. Interesting. Because it's actually the exact opposite in American, ration drinks. The normal ration drinks, the regular beverage-based powders, don't want to mix, but I've always found that the carbohydrate electrolyte powders, which this is an electrolyte powder, I believe that's what it said. Yeah, electrolyte powder. They actually mix the best. So, interesting. Yeah, kind of smelling pineapple-y. So anyway, we'll definitely try that here in just a second. Bring our tray back. And let's go ahead and get our meals out. Maybe get our rice first. Oh yes, these are hot, 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 hot. Okay, so we've got our plain rice here. Get down in that package. Ah, rice everywhere. Now, you know what? I'm just gonna lay it out here in the main. Okay, so anyway, we definitely have rice. I'm gonna pour the curry on the rice, but I want to try a little bit of rice first before I do that. One of the problems I generally see with rice, though, in rations, it's always so darn hard, but you gotta understand the nature of cooking rice. Really, it just doesn't reheat very well unless you're doing maybe like a stir fry, which facilitates the need for that rice. So anyway, let's go ahead and get a little bit of rice. I just want to try it plain real quick. Okay, yep. It's plain rice, alright. Really no added flavor in there. Maybe a little salt. I would say there's some salt added in there. Not too bad, really. A little hard. There again, that's sort of what I expect out of ration rice. Let's get our pork. I always do this. I always go to open it at the bottom because the label, the way it's facing, but it's always at the, what I would consider the bottom of the package. So at the top. By God, that looks like it has rice in it. Let's see. Vegetables, pork, carrot, potato. Yeah, rice. This has rice in it. Why would you give rice with a side of rice? Interesting. Smells really good. Ooh, it's a big old entree. Heck yeah. Okay, so we've got rice on rice on rice on rice. I didn't even really read the package all that well because I thought it was going to be like just a pork curry and then add on the rice. But this actually has rice in it, so I'm going to try a bit of this just solo on its own, see what it tastes like. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's try a little bit with everything. A little bit. Hey, there's a potato right there. Let's grab that potato, a little bit of rice, get a big old hot steaming mouthful. Gotta blow on it, cool it down. It's hot. Burnt my finger trying to open that package. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad little curry. It could use a little bit more. Like, I like curries, which, when we're eating a lot of these curries, this isn't typically what you would find like a true Indian dish. The British have done a pretty decent job of appropriating some of the dishes that would have been abroad and sort of making them own, like chicken tikka masala. If you go to India, I'm pretty sure that most like true Indian places, they'd probably be like, no, you must be British or something, right? Anyway, I like chicken tikka masala like most of these curries, but a lot of these are suited more palatable to the places like Britain more so than India. But it's got a decent taste, but I could use a little bit more flavor. So, but it's actually pretty good together. So I'm digging that. Try a little bit of our lemon cake here, which again, very dense kind of cake product. Definitely lemony. Not super sweet. I think this suffers maybe a little bit from being in the package, but it's a lot better than the mango cake. Let me put it to you that way. So yeah, but it kind of has that taste, like little packagey aftertaste. So, but it's not bad. Definitely has a good lemon taste. Let's try our exotic powder here. Ooh, exotic. Definitely pineapple. I know it said for 400 mils of water. That's gonna definitely be over 400 mils in that. I don't know. I think it's kind of like a really faint pineapple juice. I don't know how exotic I feel like it is. I would have just labeled that as Electrolyte drink powder pineapple. I'm not really taking any more hints of anything else, so it's not bad, but guess again, I was thinking about more, because some of their powders are really good. That grapefruit, oh, that was good. But again, not bad. So anyway, I wanted to really get into these British rations, because one of the things I see a lot of people say is that, oh, the British food, it's so bland. And really, over the course of doing 2 of these, it's really not. I think most people, especially Americans, are under that mistaken impression because of like World War II. And really, you know, what we saw of the British in World War II, along with being an extremely hardy people who were kicking Hitler's butt before we got into the fray, and really held their own against impossible odds. But what we saw were, you know, from a food standpoint, was a lot of like roast meat, really simple stuff, and, you know, well done meat. But you also have to understand the nature of the time. And I'm not saying that every single piece of British food is super flavorful, but that would be like saying that every piece of American food is super flavorful. We are the land of plastic processed, bumped the camera, land of plastic processed food. And to a lot of other countries, that's very bland to them. So I was very happy to see that a lot of this food was actually very flavorful, especially because it was coming in packaged, ready-to-eat form. So just a stigma that we need to kind of fight from a food standpoint. But I was very happy to have these 2 rations, and of course these came from foreignmre.com, who great friend of the channel. Art and Nina do a great job with their site, and you know, they update regularly. They have a whole bunch of new stuff coming in from time to time. Free shipping to the United States, but they will ship internationally if you contact them. So make sure you're taking a peek at them, especially if you want some rations that are out of the ordinary, you know, day to day. Because, you know, US MREs are fine and all, but there's a lot more stuff out there from a ration standpoint. So I encourage you to take a look at foreignmre.com for some of the stuff. And I want to give a big thank you to all the subscribers. I appreciate all of your comments. I love to see the like tally go up, and you know, all the subscriptions have just been kind of overwhelming, because I never thought, you know, I thought hitting 100 was amazing, and then we hit 500, and you know, we're well on our way to more than that. So I just appreciate everybody who sticks along and watches these silly videos. And you know, that's about all I have to say. So from me to you, thank you very much for stopping by. This British 24-hour ration pack has been great. Look for a ton more. Thank you for stopping by. Later.